Welcome everyone to today's video where we will showcase the transformation journeys of our patients. So, this is our first patient who was struggling with baldness. Now, let's hear about his transformation journey in his own words.
There was a challenge that I had to wear the caps. Being into the corporate environment, it's like wearing a cap is considered like it is a totally outmatch. In my mind that I had to go with the transplant because at this age which I am about, this can only be done procedure of the transplant only. No medicines, Ayurvedic, nothing can help. This is a bitter truth. If you have a good shape of hair, good density hair volume and everything, obviously you are more confident. My name is Anshu Sadhu. I am from Srinagar, Kashmir. My age is 36 years as of now, and I came to know about this QHT from my friend who had gone this procedure, this surgery back in 2023-24. And since then, I was interested, like, okay, because I have seen multiple clinics, I have visited there. Most of the clinics, I didn't got that vibe that, okay, I should be continuing with them because maybe you can say person to person, surgeon to surgeon are the best results. And moreover, I was having a condition like my hair at the back of the side, which you would consider as a donor area, was a little bit thin. So they were giving me saying me that it cannot be continued as of now because the hair is very thin and all. So this was making me like changing my plans continuously. In my mind that I had to go with the transplant because at this age which I am about, this can only be done and with the procedure of the transplant only. No medicines, Ayurvedic, nothing can help. This is a bitter truth. When I met my friend and I saw the results, and plus I got to know that okay, they are taking so much pains in with the end results. Let me just continue with this only because after all, it's the result which matters. I had to specifically go with the April month's time because I think, as per my, like you can say, little research, that it is a feasible time because at that time plants, new flowers and everything blossom. So I applied that logic to my hair as well, that okay, it's the growing favorable you can say time. Last year I had decided that I will go in the next year 25, and here I am. So I have got my expectations as well. I'm also concerned that at the end of the year or with the procedures undertaken, I will have good great results because my condition is also +6 stage of baldness I am suffering from right now, but that is now a past because I am focusing on the future. Presently I am undertaking this QHT's advanced FUE, that is QHT, which I am taking. So hopefully I'll see the results, and it was told and I'm assured that I'll be having 5,500 grafts, which will be covering each and every part, and that will give me an aesthetic look and a youthful look post procedure. So basically I told that I am from Srinagar, Kashmir. I was not having these problems related to hair fall because the climate and the weather, all supports are they are very much feasible for the good hair, nourished hair. But as I changed places, I first went to Gurgaon. There I suffered, you can say, initial stages of baldness due to the water change or weather climate. I should not specifying the state, but it is like I had to change my own native place and go to some other place for work. So then I had consulted some well-known best in the lot, but they were not giving me assurity that post-treatment of medicines. I'm not talking about the surgery, I'm talking about the initial stages of my baldness. I wanted to continue with the medicines, but they were not giving the guarantee, so I thought, let's not talk. But eventually the time passed and I went to some other place, Pune. There also I felt some baldness issues, hair losing issues. It was when the COVID had stuck, and I was like confined to my place, not going anywhere for post 1.5 to 2 years. And it was then when the problem arose much, and I had to take care a lot. We used to do showers, hot showers, do some other than shampoos because availability was not there. Then I started noticing that yes, I am proceeding to the more advanced stages of the baldness, and from like 4 to 5 years, the severeness of the baldness is more. For this, I had gone to a Chandigarh's renowned institute. There I had a discussion with the doctor. They said, we can do the transplant with the advanced procedure only. Robotic is also included into that. But the donor area is slightly less. Thinning is on the thinner side. So we need to wait for some time. And after that, like I was into no. It is like my hair only. I cannot do much about it. I am not having any medications. I'm not undertaking any medication, nothing. I want to do it with the natural method, but that also helped not me much because maybe I was missing something. So, and not to forget mentioning this, that I have a habit of wearing a cap since COVID. So this, I can say, major concern that had helped that led to this severe baldness issue, because continuously like 10-12 hours I used to wear cap. So I think there was very less air circulation, and even though I was taking the diet, high protein diet and all, but it was eventually the contact with the air which was missing. So that is the reason the baldness had happened much. So I can say that confidence is something which is internal, not external. But in my case, there was a challenge that I had to wear the caps. Being into the corporate environment, it's like wearing a cap is considered like it is a totally outmatch. Moreover, yes, you can say for some times there can be a concern, but eventually it cannot lead to low confidence. But yes, if you have a good shape of hair, good density, hair volume and everything, obviously you are more confident. I would not say you are currently, if you're not having that much hair, it will give you zero confidence. I would say less confidence is obviously not better, but good confidence is always when you have the natural hair which you have, I mean, with a normal hairline. So when I discussed this procedure of hair transplanting with my parents, the first reaction on their face was they were very curious, surprised, and even happy also, because they had seen me since childhood, like when my hair was in the full volume. Every time they had seen me in that full growth hair only, but it was like few years back only that it started, and this was a concern for them. They were always telling me that why don't you do something to get it to get your hair back. We know that at our age it was not possible, but now technology is so modernized, so it is not a big challenge, and we see many people doing it. So why don't you take a step? And they were always encouraging me. I would say they are the biggest support for me, and we are like my family is like very open-minded. They said that forget about what society says, and it is your hair, your wish to get it back. So why you think of the other? You think of yourself and to get it done. And it was my family support only that they wanted me to continue with this. And today I've come here all with my parents only, and I would like to see them happy again if I have my hair back. And surely with this QHT method and with this clinic in Uttarakhand, which is just excelling everything, and it is going to be topmost clinic in the India in upcoming years, that I can guarantee. So I would say that the QHT, which is right now in the foothills of Himalayas, I also belong to a place called Himalayas in Srinagar, Kashmir. So I think it gave me a positive vibes. Okay, it's the foothill of Himalayas, and obviously it's in the Haridwar near River Ganga. So obviously I was getting those vibes that yes, definitely I'm going to be benefited from this procedure for which I have come here. There was a little slight doubt concerning related to the procedure. I found that maybe there could be one challenge which can be a concern, that once I am going with the transplant, I've seen in some cases people's scalp are visible post surgery as well. But this is a concern. I don't want that it should happen with me. But I'm on the other hand very confident and very sure that doctors would not give a chance for that. They will cover each and everything, and it was discussed as well that maybe I'll undergo two sittings. So clear this doubt of mine, and once the results are there, I would be happily showing it to the people, because I would encourage all of the people who are going through this phase that don't you worry about this. There are scope and there are good clinics in India. Yes, in India, you heard it right. And with those advanced treatments, you can get back your hair naturally. Right now, I'm feeling pretty confident and excited as well on the same hand. I know this is my first surgery, but like I can perceive it from the surroundings that yes, it will be a best surgery I would be undertaking. and thanks to all the support of the staff and the doctors and all, which continuously helped me encourage. So as of now, this was my session with the team of QHT here, and hopefully I'll be meeting you all after the surgery with some more experience, which I will gather from the post procedure. And I would be happy sharing with you, because if somebody is giving some valuable advice, or you can say true feedback, then obviously it is the other person who gets encouraged and who also wishes to take this step in the life. And for this, you should be staying tuned and expect more videos from my side. Thank you. So hello everyone, this is Anshul again. I just got free 10 minutes before. It took a long time to do the surgery on my head. Actually, the grafts required was more, and the grade was like 6+7. So here you can see the results. It's all done, and I'm very much thankful to the team of doctors, technicians, senior technicians, nurses, and the support staff. They were all dedicated to their work, and they gave me the proper result which I wanted. And eventually, after like 6 to 8 months, I will see a full growth of my hair with full density of hair. That's my perspective. Today was the day 2nd of my hair transplant, and it was basically implantation. So during the time, I was being very active. I was given the anesthesia, but I was still active and oriented. And so doctors were continuously asking me whether I was feeling any pain or not. So whenever I used to feel pain, they used to stop and they used to inject another anesthesia injection, because this anesthesia lasts for some time. And after the effect is over, then again, if you feel the pain, then you need to take it again. And during the procedure, I also found it very good that doctors were continuously asking me if you're feeling any discomfort, anything. So please feel free to tell us. Apart from that, I was given chance to go to washroom twice because I had taken meals. I had to take the medicine, so they had provided me the refreshing meal. It was a very decent, you can say, meal, and it was included chapatis, rice, dal, salads, and pickle. Everything was included in that. I am very much thankful that they gave me that. Also, I found that the cleanliness of the operation room till the washroom, it was absolutely fabulous. It was all well cleaned and well maintained. There are no risks and no chances of getting infection. Like, there are some myths people used to tell that, okay, you cannot go outside during the procedure, it might catch infection, but it's all myth. When your place is already infectious and germs free, then you need not to worry about it. So for my procedure of this hair transplant, I was told that it might require 5,500 grafts, because this is a advanced stage of, like, you can say, bonding somewhere between stage 6 and stage 7. 5,500 grafts. You cannot apply have more than this grafts 5,500 in one go, because there are certain limitations as well. So in my first attempt and in my first session, I am being planted with 5,500. But when I spoke to the doctor, she said additionally 150 more we have planted. So it's like around about 5,700 grafts have been planted in one session. Hopefully in 6 to 8 months time, because that's the natural time to let the implanted hair grow. So I will see more growth and better results with the density. Even if there is something missing, like if something is not good as per my expectation, because everyone has his expectation, mine is also regarding the full density hair. So that will be covered in the second session that was already discussed, and in that hopefully another 1,500 maybe or maybe 1,500 to 2,000 max grafts will be implanted on the backside. So far I'm just being confident, looking for my result, and whatever precautions there are need to follow, I'll strictly follow that, so that they and me both are in the same line. As you can see that this is a hair transplant, it also goes like the procedure the same, whether it is another surgery, something related to another body part, it is like the same. And the atmosphere here also was generally professional. There was no scare, no kind of environment like one should be scared that, okay, I'm going to the patient theater and what will happen. Plus, the environment was so good in the background. I also loved the music was playing. The music was also religious. So it also gave me a good vibe everywhere. When I went inside the operation theater, it would give me a good vibe that, okay, now I'm in the safe hands of the experts. It was a very beautiful experience. And in the upcoming months, I would like to see my full hair growth. And also, I would be joining back the team after 6 to 8 months for my second session, so that if there is something again needs to be worked on. There is no hesitation in working again, because obviously the limitation allowed us only the 5500 grafts this time. So another, if grafts are required, that would be done in the second session. And I would definitely encourage each one of you that if you're going to the QHT, you are going into the right place, because once you have it done, or once you see the experiences of mine or other people, you would definitely choose this as your partner for the hair transplant journey. So for this, stay connected and keep tuned. Thanks for connecting back to QHT.
Now, let's meet our next patient who was struggling with hair fall issues.
Have you ever felt like your confidence was being destroyed by something you couldn't control? For me, it was baldness. Imagine being in your early 30s, successful, yet constantly battling low confidence because of something as simple as hair loss. It's not just about how you look, it chips away your self-esteem and affects everything, your career, relationships, and personal life. I used to love going on dates and being social, but baldness made me avoid even the simplest interactions. That's when I decided to take action and choose a hair transplant. Hi everyone, my name is Adi. I live in Sydney and I'm here at QHT Haridwar to get my luscious hair back. I'm really excited for it and let's see how it goes. And I got to know about this from one of my cousins who was here 2 years ago. I mean, he did his transplant from QHT Haridwar and the results were like super good. His hair has gone back to the original length he had, and looking at him I was like, okay, I should do it as well, and hence I came to QHT Haridwar. I read all the reviews on Google and it was amazing. All the people had good comments about it, which made me believe, okay, this is the right place for me to go. So yes, here I am and hoping for the best. To what I remember, I think 2 years ago, I started seeing my hair because when I used to take a shower and then I used to see my hair on the floor. I got a bit concerned, but at that time I was like, okay, it's normal. But soon after that, like 3 months into that, I started losing a lot of hair and my confidence was under the belt. I was like, shit, because I was always obsessed with my hair and I never thought I'd lose my hair. I was like 30 years old at that time. So it did hamper my confidence, and I think I'm going to regain it soon once I do my surgery over here at QHT. To an extent, it did professionally, but I was more worried about my personal life because I am not married still, and it's always good to go on dates and with a huge chunk of hair on your head, and rather than wearing a cap or going bald. I don't prefer. I mean, men are super confident being bald, but I'm not. So yeah, it did hamper me in that way, and as I said, me being obsessed with my hair since I was like 5 years old, and me losing that hair was very much degrading my confidence. So yes, it did affect my personal and professional life as well. Being an Indian, yes, I did try a lot of remedies at home. I tried onions, rosemary oil, everything that my parents suggested, and nothing helped. To be honest, I was thinking that okay, this some sort of oil is going to help, but it was like actually degrading my hair fall. So I think I should have been here last year, but in the meantime, I was like, no, let me try at home first, and that didn't work out. So yes, I think it's better to get a hair transplant rather than trying the home remedies, sitting at home and not consulting proper dermatologists and people over here, right? Okay, so parents, they're not very much keen on me getting a hair transplant because as per them, Ayurveda and science doesn't go hand in hand. They're like, okay, this is something natural, you cannot grow it back. So it's probably a challenge for me to show to them that, okay, I can get my hair back as well. And probably they'll be happy in the end, but as of now, they don't really approve me getting a hair transplant. So yeah, I'm waiting for them to see the results in the next 3 to 6 months. I won't say it is genetics because no one in my family has lost hair. Because I live in Sydney, I think is the water over there, it didn't suit me. Also, some chunks of my lifestyle, because in Sydney, there's a huge culture of drinking beers every day. And I did participate in that in a big manner. But I think that is one of the reasons, and stress at work, because there was a lot of sleepless nights when I used to just be up and keep working on AI and data and all that for the reports which has to be submitted the next day. So I think, yeah, part of my lifestyle and the change of water when I went to Sydney, and maybe that's the biggest. So yes, my work is definitely stressful. I work as a data analyst for a construction company. And as I was having a conversation with you, so AI has been a major role. AI has played a major role in IT and data, and this has just came into the game, right? So me learning AI, and on the contrary, I'm working in the old school manner as well, has given me a lot of stress. So I think work-related stress was the biggest stress in my life. And I could say that this could be a major reason for my hair loss. I see myself with full of hair. I want long hair. I want my long hair back. I'll show you photos once we're done with this interview. I had super long hair, and I did straighten them. I did put keratin on them just once in life. So I don't think that was the reason. But yeah, I see myself with luscious long hair. It's like Tere Naam looks probably. Okay, I'm feeling excited. Okay. I'm a bit anxious too, because I've never had anesthesia on my head. But yeah, I'm mostly excited, and I'm just waiting for this surgery to be over so that I can get my hair back soon, man. People will understand this who've lost hair. And I think more people who've lost hair should come over here and get it done, rather than putting onion oil on that. Alright, finally I am going in for the further process, and I'm excited about it. And I'm also excited to come back to you guys in 6 months and show you guys my hair. And I'll see you guys after that then. Thank you. Thank you so much. This was my before condition, which was carefully and thoroughly analyzed by the experts at QHT Clinic. My hairline had completely receded with only a few hairs left in the frontal tuft. The frontal area was visibly damaged, and there was clear thinning in the mid-scalp and crown areas where a hair transplant was absolutely necessary. Thankfully, the doctors informed me that my donor area was strong, thick and healthy with good quality hair follicles. This played a very important and significant role in the success of my hair transplant journey. After the detailed scalp analysis, the QHT experts moved ahead with the next crucial step of hairline designing and slit creation. Before starting the markings, my hair was neatly trimmed and my scalp was thoroughly washed to remove any oil, dirt or impurities. Once the scalp was clean, the doctors designed a natural looking hairline, carefully maintaining correct facial proportions by measuring the exact distance from the glabella point. After this, the entire recipient area was precisely marked, which helps to achieve complete facial frame. Once the marking was completed, the experts began creating slits on the scalp. These slits help decide the correct direction, angle, and placement of the grafts. The slits were created with great precision, making the graft implantation process smoother and helping achieve natural, dense, and aesthetically pleasing results. If you also want your perfect hairline back, then comment hairline. After the marking and slit creation were completed, the doctors began the graft implantation process on my scalp. In the hairline zone, only single and thin hair follicles were implanted to ensure a soft and natural looking hairline. In the frontal area, excluding the frontal tuft and the mid-scalp region, double and triple hair follicles were implanted to achieve optimal density and coverage. For the crown area, graft implantation was performed by following the natural swirl pattern of hair growth. A balanced combination of single, double, and triple hair follicles was used to maintain a realistic and natural appearance. Additionally, the QHT technique was used during my surgery.
This is the same technique that was used in my cousin's case, through which he achieved excellent and very natural looking results. If you want to know more about the procedure, comment hair transplant. Our experts will tell you every aspect of hair transplant.
Hey, so my name is Aditya. I've just got done with my surgery upstairs. It was phenomenal. I didn't feel like I was going for a surgery. I mean, my OT experience was phenomenal. Everything was done in a way that I didn't feel like I'm a patient over there. Starting from putting anesthesia, and it didn't pain much. They were using some sort of new techniques with the vibrator that it didn't feel like that they were putting on some anesthesia. And once I had been put on an anesthesia, I didn't feel anything after that. Every 5-10 minutes, people were asking me, how are you, how's it going? And people were talking to me. They didn't make me feel like that I was going through an intensive surgery, to be honest. And it took more than 6-7 hours. And they also fed me some lunch in between. We had minimal breaks. So overall, it was great. And I'm gonna be here in after 5 days to get a hair wash. So probably I'll get some hair by then. Doctors, nurses, everybody was like over the top, man. Doctors, I think the doctor came in thrice. She was just checking on me. Hey, hi Aditya, how you doing? And she was just checking on my pulses and everything. And the nurses were there all the time. And they were like 2 boys who were sitting, and they were doing my procedure, and they were like talking to me all the time. And they were asking me about my stuff so that so that my mind gets always busy, right? So that was good. Actually did help. So yeah, thinking about that, I was really nervous at that time. My blood pressure was going really high, and the doctor said, you're being anxious, everything is okay with you. But now I'm done with the surgery. I was thinking, why was I anxious? Everything was like super chill up there. And it didn't actually feel like a surgery. I've been through other surgeries in life, but this didn't feel like a surgery at all. There was no pain. I think nobody should be frightened of hair transplants. I've broken a bone, I've broken a thumb. That surgery was more intense than this hair transplant. So I think nobody should be afraid of that. And if you are balding, if you are losing your confidence because of your hair, I think you should definitely come over here and get it done. Get it out of your way. I got 4,000 grafts, which was enough. I was suggested 3,500, but eventually when the pictures were taken, I needed more grafts, and I was okay with it, because if you're doing the hair transplant once, you better get it done in the right way rather than just putting less grafts. I am more than satisfied with that. And the good thing is I have a little patch in between. So the lady was like, you have strong hair over there. Don't need to put more hair on top of that. So they left it on purpose, that you don't need extra grafts for that. So that was I like that part, that okay, they're not asking me to pay more or maybe use more grafts. They were like, no, you have good hair in the middle, so which is good. Right. So I'm gonna be here on the 7th, after the 5th day from today, for my head wash. And then I'm going to see you guys again. So stay tuned for the video, and hopefully everything goes well, which I am very sure will be.
Now, let's understand the precautions and care that the doctors advised me to follow after the surgery. Most importantly, I was instructed not to touch or rub the transplanted area, as the implanted follicles are very delicate. The donor area bandage should be removed after 24 hours, while the forehead bandage should stay in place until the head wash day to prevent swelling. The donor area should be gently cleaned twice a day with saline or lukewarm water, and ointment should be applied for faster healing. I was advised to sleep straight for 5 to 7 days, avoid heavy workouts for 45 days, not wear a helmet for 1 month, wear a surgical cap for 15 to 20 days, and avoid direct sunlight for at least 1 month. So guys, this was my complete hair transplant surgery journey. Going forward, you will continue to see more updates of my journey right here on the QHT channel. If you also wish to experience a similar transformation and regain your confidence, book your consultation today. Thank you for watching.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। और ध्यान रहे, बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलें, जिससे हमारे हर वीडियो का अपडेट आपको समय समय पर मिलता रहेगा।